Nigeria tap into burner, everybody tap into burner. You're going to see those numbers. If you're a brand, if you're Nike, if you're whoever, whatever brand, and you see those numbers, you're going to gravitate towards that. So what we have to do is to get those numbers up. Will they ever get to that stage of where Afrobeats is? I'm going to be honest with you. Some of the growth that we've seen in Afrobeats, we're not just chatting about 10%, 20% growth. We're chatting about a couple 100% growth. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are ridiculous numbers. And why is that? Because technology is kicked in Africa. Everywhere you turn, there's a different service provider for mobile and this, that, the other. So then you can click YouTube, click. Some of these places, when you got to Jamaica, when you got to Jamaica and you get Digicel credit, sometimes they would just give you free YouTube. So that's why we would see YouTube numbers outdo Spotify numbers in Jamaica. There's always, you just got to work out the maths and look around and see what I want. What we have to do in reggae and dancehall is to get the structures in place, get the systems in place, have a proper management. It's not a beat down thing, but when you deal with artists from the Caribbean or whatever, sometimes it's a difficult. It's not the easiest thing. You know what I'm saying?
You're dealing with a friend.
You're dealing with a friend, a brethren, a colleague. You get what I'm saying? But it's changing. And I've seen the changes. And we can see the changes because you can see of late, you can see the change in people like TJ with Drift. You can see, because it's a new set of youths. It's not the old heads that's in place that may not understand certain things. It's a new set of, it's a new wave.
But do you think, because my thing about dancehall, because obviously I'm very much Goldie's got oldies off from that era, my Dennis Brown, my Gregory Isaac, Barrett's Hammond, all the classics at the end. Dancehall, it's, I don't know, for me, I can't take slackness in music. And that, maybe that's my age. I don't know what it is.
I didn't want to ask you your age, but I'm going to tell you it's your age. because no, let me tell you why. Capleton in the 1990s had a song called Long John, they're on the girl mind.
But how they sound
them, but no, what are no? So badness is the 1800s. Badness in the 1800s. Is it the same level of badness in 20,000s? The technology, things change. Man in the 1800s was running down man with pickaxe and these things. Now, man, I run down man with big machine and these kind of things. So everything changes. Everything changes. That is evolution of life. Like in the 1800s, if you walked out with a dress past your knee, you is a scarlet. You is a this, that, the other. Now, look which part we're there. It's little picnic, I wear all in ones and these things and all the rest of it now, you know. So everything changes. The level of slackness has changed. That's what's happened. What you would have Shabba sung Dembo in 1990. Now, in 2024, but in 2024, if a lady now do certain things or a man now do certain things, you put your relationship in a trouble because somebody else has to do it for you. So everything has just risen. Is it right? Maybe not. I always say to myself, I'm a hypocrite. Because when I go on the radio, I try to make sure that I keep the music as clean as possible. But when I was 16 and 17, my mother used to, Sean, turn off that nastiness where you're playing in your room. Turn off that slackness there. Now, my son who's 18, he's playing Cartel or whoever, Raja, Wild, and this, that, the other. All I tell him, and this is what we can do, is to tell your youth then, to have a sense of responsibility for what you're doing. That means, when your mother is in your yard, don't play no slackness, because I couldn't do that. So I look at my son and say, if you have to listen at your own space. Don't come in my car and just put on that brawling in my car like me and your father. Have little manners. And this is what we've got to do. Remember now, back in the day, could you go in your friend's house and not say hello to the mother or the
No,
father.
definitely not.
You would get run. And if you went home and say you got cussed for doing that at somebody's house, your mother may beat you as well. We're not growing the children like that no more. We're not taking a sense of responsibility for the village. I can't chat to your child. Because you may cuss me off if I chat to your child for telling your child something decent. Back in the day, my mother's from a box me on the road if she ain't out to
And your
come
mother's
down.
friend would tell the person, I saw Michelle
Yeah.
when I was doing such and such. You think, oh, look, quick, there's mama.
Right.
At the end of the day,
This is what we're not doing anymore. We're not even chatting to each other's children, you know? And we're leaving the music to do like that. No, I chat to my son and I chat to his friends then. My son's seven friends that they know me as Seani B. You can't call me Seani. You have to call me respect to me. I earned this.
And Seani, I think hopefully once you get to do your gig tonight at Onyx, you guys, it's your first time here. When you get to go, I heard you say earlier, you want to get out to see the real Gambia.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the beautiful things I love about this place. Children at the end of the day, the community. When you go out and you see it, you will feel it, and it will remind you that we are. I think Gambia will say that I think it's like 20 years backwards, but not backwards in the sense that it's backwards, in the sense that it's a beautiful thing.
You know what it is? You know what you miss? I'll tell you what you miss. You miss Sundays where none of the shops used to be open. It used to be the off license. The off license locked off at 12 o'clock and you have to wait till 7 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
It was family. It was family. And you talk about the kids. Ask man what I was just doing outside before I came in. What was I doing?
Kids.
Trying to dance with them.
Yeah.
And you know what I said to them? Tell me about the history of the arch.
Yeah.
Don't just come and just chat to me. Let me see if you know your history.